What's up, guys, and welcome back to our next lesson on our Futures A to Z complete free course. And on this one, we're going to be covering a very simple, straight to the point topic, which is how much do you need to trade futures? All right, how much do you actually need to trade futures? And talking about how much do you actually need to trade futures, I'm going to be breaking it down based on live accounts I actually have, based on payouts I have received, to how much I have spent on buying those profit accounts, or how much I have invested, to actually show you guys the return on investment when it comes to futures trading, or when it comes to futures prop firm, and how much you need to be able to trade futures realistically. So just coming here, how much do you need to be able to trade futures? That's what we're going to be covering today. And talking about that, I'm just going to come here, and the most important thing we're going to be talking about is our starting capital. All right, and talking about our starting capital, I know most of you guys, you don't need $10,000. You don't need $10,000 to start futures trading, and at the same time, but you also shouldn't start too small. So how can we bridge this gap? I know most of you guys, 99% or 95% of you guys watching me, you don't have $10,000. You don't have $10,000 to just start trading futures. But at the same time, you don't have to start very, very small. And I'm going to show you guys how you can be able to create a balance between this and this. And what you're going to be using to create that balance is prop firms. If you can see on my screen, we have different pictures of different prop firms, and all these prop firms are going to come in to provide you capital to actually trade. So talking about prop firms that are going to come in to provide you capital to also trade, we've already spoken about the contracts you should be able to focus on. And as I told you guys specifically, that as a beginner, focus strictly on micros. Don't trade minis. Focus strictly on micros. And even if you have $100 to $300, you're going to be able to buy accounts worth hundreds of thousands with futures prop firms. And let me even tell you guys something. Futures prop firms are cheaper than Forex prop firms. I just want to show you guys the theoretical part of it. Then I'm going to log into my live futures accounts to show you guys how much in payouts I've gotten and how much I have spent in total. And it's going to shock you guys. It's going to be jaw dropping to show you guys the little you can spend in futures and the enormous amount you can be able to get in payout. If you come here, let's just say, okay, now you've already gotten to the level where you have some expertise and you want to put some money in your live trading account. That's where I will recommend, if you have about, let's say, $500 to $2,000 and you want to open a live futures account, and then at that point in time you're going to open a micros account, because in futures trading we also have micros account and minis account. So you're going to open a micros account, and if you have from $2,000 to $5,000, you can scale slowly or go to minis account. But bottom line, I will advise, even if I have $5,000, this is just a generic advice I'll give to everyone, right? Even if I have $5,000 at the beginning, I wouldn't put in a private futures account. Never. I won't put that money in a private futures account, because I want to use that money to trade hundreds, if not millions of dollars from prop firms. Because with $5,000, let me not even go with $1,000, I can buy prop firm worth $1 million. All right, I can buy $1 million worth of prop firm capital to trade. You'll be trading with $1 million, and what you're all going to invest to buy those accounts is going to be $1,000, and I'm going to show you guys. All right, or $1,000, between $1,000 to $2,000. So that's something I'll also point out. Like I said, stick to the end. After this, I'm going to be logging into all my live accounts to show you guys all the live trades and how much we have spent, right? Biggest mistakes I've seen which traders will do is they over leverage and they trade too big too early. You see someone is starting and the person is having, say, $10,000, and the person just deposited in his, in his private account, and the person is expecting to make money. No, you won't make any money. You are leveraging so soon, and you are trading too soon. If you have that amount, calm down, use a smaller amount, go with prop firm, and then when you've raised that amount of money, when you've raised money from prop firms, that's when you put part of that money in your private brokerage account. So my final advice will always be focus on risk management, not account size. Very, very important. Keyword here is focus on risk management, not account size. This is a key one, because I see most people come say, oh, I think with my 50K account, I'm not making enough money, because if I was having a $500,000, bro, if your strategy sucks on a $10 account, that strategy will still suck on a $1 million account. So focus on risk management. That is the key. That is the key when it comes to trading. Focus on risk management, not even account size when you are just starting. Okay, now let's log into my trading account. And I'm going to show you guys a couple of examples and also how much you can be able to realistically get as a return on investment and how much you need to be able to start in Forex or in futures trading. All right. So let me just go here. Let me waste my futures. And I'm just going to take the first prop firm on our list, which is Fundednext Futures. I'm going to take Fundednext Future, for example, and I want to look for an account that is actually active. Let me look for one that is actually active. Okay, so we have our Fundednext account here. What I'm going to do is I want to refresh so that we know that we are looking at the live chart, right? Let's refresh this really quick. That's it. I'm refreshing so that you guys will see, because sometimes you guys will see this and say, no, we can see clear. This is directly, you're taking screenshots. Bro, I don't do screenshots. That's what I'm just taking. Let's start from one that I have just one account to show you the possibility and the return on investment you can get on one account alone. One account, right? This is my Fundednext account, and in Fundednext, you have the option to switch between CFDs and futures. You have those two options. Let's start with futures. On futures, you can see under active accounts, I have this active account and it's a funded account. You can see futures legacy Fundednext account. Fundednext account means that's a funded account. Now look at the balance on this particular account. Let me click on it. Look at the balance, 62,250. It's even increased because I've already traded for today and I've made what I wanted to make for the day. It's only going to update at the end of the day. Let me click on it for you guys to even see better, right? If I come on this account right here, I'm not yet eligible for payout. I still need to trade for 3 more days. But if I come down here, you can see what is our balance on this particular account. Profit on this account is $12,250. Look at profit, $12,250. Can you see that? Now, that is the profit I have made on this 50K futures account. Let's go and see how much you can buy a 50K futures account, right? I'm just going to go back to Fundednext and let's see how much we can buy a 50K futures account. Let's go to Start Challenge, and I want to open this on a new tab so that we can do the comparison for you guys to actually see. If I come here, let's just wait for the page to load so that you can see very, very clearly. Good. If I come here again, let's switch and go to futures as well. And under futures, I'm going to go under legacy, because the legacy challenge is the best. They have different challenges and it depends on your goal. For me, I want a challenge that is having consistency rule only at the challenge phase. And when I go to the funded stage, I don't want to have a challenge that is having a consistency at the challenge phase. That's why I'm choosing the legacy challenge. And look at how much the 50K account here costs. Look at 50K. If I scroll right down, it's $137, almost $125. In most pro firms, if you even use a discount, by the time you're watching, if you're lucky, if you can check on the video description, you can be able to see a discount you can use. You get this for $100. So I spend between $100 and $125 to buy this account. That is how much I spend to be able to buy this leverage, to be able to buy this account size of $50,000. And this is the same account size. How much am I standing in profit? Let's go back to futures. Let's go back to the same account. I'm standing on about $12,250. Look, $12,250, that is withdrawable. After 5 trading days, I'll be eligible to withdraw all this money. Can you guys see that? Look, how much did I spend again? I only spend $137 or $125 to make $12,500. And if you guys think I'm lying, let me log into Tradeovate, where we've already spoken about Tradeovate. Let's log into Tradeovate for you guys to actually see the account, right? Let's log into it to see if Indemasa is lying. No. Just shut up, bro. I don't do that. I'm going to show you guys for transparency purposes. Let's log into Tradeovate. Let's go on simulation, and then we're going to see if, if the same account is there. Perfect. Now, look at this account right here. It ends with 612. That is not the account I'm trading with. If you come here, let's see. This account ends with This account ends with 155. Where is the account number again? Okay, you can see 155, 3155. So if I go on Trade, this we need to look for the account that ends with 3155. This is it right here, 3155. If I click on it, voila, we are standing on $62,500 because I have already made my profit for the day. In futures, once you're already funded, once you've already made a particular amount, like how I've already made almost $12,500, I just need to be making about $250 every day. It's called minimum profit target for the day. So once I make that $250 every day for 3 to 4 more days left, I'll be eligible to withdraw all my profit. We're going to talk about that when we go in details with futures profit. But you can see I was targeting just $250. I've already made $300 for the day. That's why we are even standing on $62,500, meaning the profit on this account is almost about $12,500. Now, let's see the return on investment to show you there's no bank, no hedge fund, no private equity that can be able to beat this. Let's go on ChatGPT and just say, if I look at this, just bear with me, right? If I invested $125, right, in buying a prop firm account, and I have made a profit of $50,000, right? No, a profit of $12,500, and I have made a profit of $12,500. How much is my ROI, my return on investment? All right, let's see in percentage. Let's see. ChatGPT is going to calculate. Can you see that it's going to calculate and tell us the percentage of the return on investment? Final answer: your return on investment is 10,000%. 10,000%. 10,000, not 10,000. 10,000%. All right, let's even change the question. Let's say, okay, I didn't even invest. In most cases, like I said, most pro firms that you'll be able to buy a 50K account with futures, you spend $99. $99. Let's put there 99 or $98 in most pro firms. That's it. Let's put that one. The return on investment on this one would have been 12,755%. There's no hedge fund, there's no private equity, there is no private bank, there's no bank in short that can net this even per month or per annum or per year. But for you, you invested $100 and made $12,500. You guys have seen screenshots of payout. Look, when we top step, you can see on this screenshot, this was strictly in 30 days, I had no losing month. I mean, within 30 days, there was no losing day. There was no losing day. They were all green days. And you can see I was having almost about $71,000 standing on that particular account alone. $71,000. So this is to tell you, you don't need too much. You don't need a lot of money to start. Just $100 is enough for you to buy a 50K account. And then prove yourself that you can be able to make profit. To prove to yourself that your system is working. Don't go and buy 10 accounts at the start. No. Don't go and buy 20 accounts at the start. No. Start with one account until you get a payout from that account before you can buy other accounts. Because I've seen a situation where traders will be tempted. They will just start and maybe they go to Apex and buy 20 accounts at the same time. They go to Top Step, buy 25 accounts. Fundednext, buy 5 accounts. Bro, if your strategy sucks on one account, that same strategy is still going to suck on 20 accounts. Start with one account. Patient, be patient. Start with one account. Go step by step, prove that your system is working, your strategy is working. When you get the payout from that one account, and then you start scaling. Now with this one account, if I get this $12,000, this $12,500 payout, or with Fundednext Futures, with the legacy challenge, the profit cap is 6,000, meaning you can only request a maximum of 6,000 at a time. I'm going to request 6,000. There will still be about 8,000 in the account, or about 6,000 in the account. I'll just come again. The next cycle is after 5 days again of making $250 a day or $200 a day. I'll still request another one. So even from that 6,000, I can now remove $1,000, and with $1,000, I can buy 10 50K accounts. I can buy pro firms worth $500,000. And even if I have a 50% pass rate, I'll be having about $250,000 at the funded stage. And if I just target by 10% of that or 5% of that, that's going to be about $15,000 to $20,000 that I'm still going to be netting. After those, by the time I'm circling those challenge accounts, I'm still going to be making that amount. Can you see? Can you already see? Can you already see the possibilities are endless? So long as you start scaling and you know exactly how to do this. So please, again, how much do you need to trade futures? Very, very little. Very, very little. You don't need 10,000 to start, but you don't also have to start very small. The statement I told you guys at the start of the video. $100 minimum. $100 is enough. If you're watching this video and you can't afford $100, then you shouldn't even be watching my videos, bro. Even if you get a 9-to-5 job and just working for an hour or 2 hours, for a couple of hours, or even for a day, you should be able to raise yourself $100. And with the skills you've learned from my page, you can buy yourself a platform account. Don't have this mentality of going on the internet and begging for people to give you accounts. No, bro. If it's for free, even your psychology wouldn't value it. Even mentally, you wouldn't value it. Get a 9-to-5 job. Get off your ass. Do something. Couple of hours, you should be able to raise $100, $200, $500, and then the skills come first. Make sure you have the skills. When you have those skills, and then you just buy your platform account, start small. From there, you can scale to millions. It's not magic. It's not magic. So I hope you guys can be able to understand, to see the possibilities that the futures market have. And like I said, futures platforms are even cheaper. Futures platforms are cheaper than, are cheaper than CFD platform, because if I come here again on Fundednext Future, the same 50K, let's say, okay, I changed my mind and I want to buy instead CFDs or Forex, right? Under CFDs or Forex, 50K is how much? 50K is $300. That's like double, right? We only spend $100 in buying, about $100 in buying a 50K futures account. But with CFD, comparatively the same account size, you're going to be spending about $300. You see, although if you have a strategy that is a system that is working, this wouldn't mean anything, because I'll spend this $300, buy this 50K account. At the end of the day, I'll make 10% of it. I'll make $10,000. So the only thing I look is my return on investment on the account I'm buying, because I trade both Forex and futures. I trade both CFDs and futures at the same time. So futures are very, very cheap, and the entry level is very, very attractive to many traders. When we come to where we're going to be talking about different prop firms, different futures prop firms, that's what I'm going to be showing you guys. Prop firms that are eligible for African traders, prop firms that are eligible for European traders, for Asian traders, for American traders, and all of that. Please check the link on the video description to watch the entire playlist if you missed the previous videos. If you also want me to mentor you one-on-one, teach you on how to trade both Forex and futures A to Z, check Golub University mentorship link on the video description. And if you want to use a bot that has won 4 years in a row as the most profitable Forex robot, Paytrex Pro, also check the link on the video description. Join my free Telegram community to get free updates from me. Check out this video, which is going to be the next lesson on our playlist. Click here to watch the entire playlist. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, click here to subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys on these other videos. Peace.